Which mindless behavior member has been sentenced to prison? Good day, everyone. Welcome back to True Celebrity Stories. It's great to meet again. In this video, we'll be talking about the member of mindless behavior that was sentenced to prison. But first, subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to get notified whenever a new video is uploaded. Teen boy band sensation and prison time doesn't sound like an ideal combination. Do you remember Mindless Behavior? They were an R&B boy band. One of the group's members decided to depart and go out on his own, and he eventually lost all of his composure, which resulted in him landing in prison. The legendary producer Walter Millsap produced the American boy band Mindless Behavior, which rose to fame thanks to their smash singles Mrs. Right and My Girl. Lakeisha Gamble, Vincent Herbert, and Walter Millsap created the band in Los Angeles in 2008. Before releasing a recording in Japan Music, the band had also had 2 years of dance and singing training. When the band was formed, the members were all relatively young, and they quickly climbed to renown. Mindless Behavior also toured with well-known musicians and bands, such as Jason Derulo, Justin Bieber, and the Backstreet Boys. Janet Jackson's tour in 2011 featured the band as an opening act. Along with Trevante, Jawan Harris, and Tyga, the band also headlined for their first BET Closer to My Dreams tour. Even though the band had a bright future ahead of them, their success was short-lived, as several of the members quickly quit. Let's take a look at how the band came together and why it disbanded. How Mindless Behavior was created. Lakeisha Gamble, one of the founding members of Mindless Behavior, persuaded Walter Millsap, the group's eventual producer, to form an American boy band. According to the video Mindless Behavior, all around the world, he was first opposed to the idea. Millsap founded Conjunction Entertainment Inc., and he worked with Beyonce, Alicia Keys, and Jennifer Lopez, among others. Along with Gamble and Millsap, Vincent Herbert, the head of Streamline Records, agreed on the idea of producing a boy band. Why did Mindless Behavior break up? While the boy band soared to enormous success and recognition, it appears that the members were too young and had to deal with several challenges. Despite their enormous success among music fans, the band was unable to withstand the test of time and split up to pursue solo careers. Although the specific cause for the band's breakup is unknown, it has been suggested that the band's management did not have the best interests of their young talents at heart. It was also said that by the time the band was finished, they were broke. Given the band's popularity, this came as a shock. Yet, all of the band's tours, single sales, albums, and practically everything else seemed to have been for naught. Who is Rock Royal? Crisanto Romero August, known professionally as Santo August, formerly known as Rock Royal, is a former member and lead rapper of the American boy band Mindless Behavior. He was born on July 23, 1997, in Los Angeles, California. How did he get involved with the band? August's cousin knew Gamble and encouraged her to attend the tryouts with him. He had no idea about the group's auditions and was planning on going to football practice the next day. Instead, his mother told him to put on his football uniform, deceiving him into thinking they'd gone to the auditions. He had to remember choreography given by Dave Scott for the tryouts. He was a poor dancer and did them backwards. To Millsap's dismay, Gamble liked his personality and thought he could develop over time. As a result, he was unable to practice in football tryouts, but he was the second member of Mindless Behavior to join. In 2008, he took over as the band's lead rapper and sub-vocalist. At the time, he was only 11 years old. Prodigy, Ray Ray, and Princeton were the other members of the band. Before releasing music to the public, the boy band practiced for 2 years. Gamble gave August the stage name Rock Royal because of his personality. Rock was used as an alternative spelling for rock, demonstrating his toughness. Royal, on the other hand, was meant to showcase his gentler, sweeter side. Prodigy, Craig Crippen Jr., and Ray Ray joined shortly after Princeton in August, Rayan Lopez. They spent the next 2 years engrossed in music, establishing their creative sound and style under Herbert and Millsap's tutelage. They moved in with Gamble, their manager, and began practicing dance routines, adjusting their diets, and getting to know one another regularly. Life at Mindless Behavior. Tiffany Larkin, August's mother, stated that the change was incredibly tough for the group's mothers. They were unable to spend as much time with their children as they desired. When their manager believed they were ready, they organized a showcase where they could perform for various labels. The most recent performance was for Management Group International, which is owned by Kenneth Creer, a successful entrepreneur and music manager. Creer expressed an interest in signing the band right away. They stayed in development for a while after that, but they also started working on original music. On the Classified high school tour, they put on shows at local schools to build their performance repertoire. This, along with their YouTube channel, which included their unique MB Cam and their Ustream account, helped them earn admirers and exposure. Interscope Records chairman Jimmy Lovin signed Mindless Behavior to the label shortly after. Mindless Behavior traveled with numerous well-known artists before launching their tours, including the Backstreet Boys, Jason Derulo, Justin Bieber, and Janet Jackson on her #1's Up Close and Personal tour. The group rose to prominence after performing on BET's 106 and Park, and they also co-headlined the first BET Closer to My Dreams tour with Diggy Simmons, Lil Twist, Trevante, and Jawan Harris. Mindless Behavior and Diggy Simmons headlined the Scream Tour in 2011, which also featured the OMG Girls, Jacob Lattimore, and Hamilton Park. The quintet was also the first African-American boy band to perform twice at the White House. They also played at the renowned White House Easter Egg Roll in 2011. They performed for Arthur Ashe's Kids' Day in 2012. The ensemble performed in 2013 for Dwayne Wade's World Foundation, which supports community-based groups that promote education, health, and social skills for children in at-risk situations. They were also invited back to play at the White House for the kids' inaugural ball. The band headlined their largest U.S. tour in July 2012. The tour was titled after their debut album. Artists Jacob Lattimore, Lil Twist, and Kayla Brianna performed as openers for the #1 Girl Tour. During their trip, the group stopped at the Ronald McDonald House in Georgia to cheer up some young cancer patients. The band went on their All Around the World tour in 2013. Princeton had released 2 albums, been on tour, and sold over 327,000 album copies in the U.S. since joining Mindless Behavior alongside former teammates Rock Royale, Ray Ray, and Prodigy. After the group's lead singer, Craig Crippen Jr., aka Prodigy, quit the group later in the year, various news outlets reported that there would be a new member. Mindless Behavior did not release any new material after lead singer Prodigy departed the band. There had only been Princeton, Rock Royale, and Ray Ray, as witnessed in various interviews, which meant there hadn't been a lead singer announced. Without a lead singer, Mindless Behavior participated in interviews and even conducted shows for their fans for nearly 2 years. Many of these events, on the other hand, consisted solely of the band executing dance moves while Prodigy's voice was played in the background. In April of 2014, he was replaced as the lead singer by Elijah Johnson. Mindless Behavior was dropped from the Interscope's roster after this break and signed with Epic Records. Rock Royale Fall from Grace. August was caught on camera hitting a man in July 2014, and he posted the video to his personal Instagram account. Even though he removed the video from his profile, it was eventually uploaded to YouTube and shared by hundreds of people. August who is shirtless in the video, moves up to a man kneeling over a bicycle and punches him repeatedly before kicking him in the face. According to those close to him, such as friends, the man had money owed to August, although no precise amount of debt was disclosed. After word of the incident circulated, he took to Twitter to explain the circumstances and apologized to his fans for his egregious behavior. August was named the prime suspect 4 months later, in November 2014, after producer Chris Clark's BMW 325i went missing during a studio session with Santo. The car keys had been left on a table in the studio by Clark, but when he attempted to leave, the keys and August had vanished. As a result of August's failure to comply, Clark turned to the authorities. August revealed on his Twitter account a month later, in December 2014, that he had been sacked from Mindless Behavior. Rock Royal goes solo. August began working on his solo career as a rapper-singer in 2015, a year after being ousted from the group. He is officially signed with 319 Music Group and Films, an Inglewood, California-based entertainment company. In February, he was featured on Cortland's song Number, which also included SJ3 and August, who went by the monkier RR. Soon after, he dropped both Rock Royal and RR and began referring to himself as Santo August, an abbreviated version of his name. August released his first solo single since the release of Mindless Behavior, a hip-hop pop song titled Amazing, in June of that year. Amazing's SoundCloud account has over 1.5 million plays, indicating that he was well received by the group's followers. The single's video was published in July 2015 and has over 600,000 YouTube views and 90,000 Vivo views. No Limits, his second single, was released in August. His YouTube site, Santo August TV, featured interviews and performances that he took part in. Arrest and jail time. August was arrested in February 2016 and accused of robbery and assault. In April, he agreed to a 2-year prison sentence and began serving it in July. He was supposed to be eligible for release in spring 2017 for good behavior, but he is still in prison for reasons that aren't known to the general public. So why is Rock Royal still in jail? Even though he should be available for release in spring 2017, pending good behavior, the musician remains behind bars, and fans are continually commenting on his Instagram postings. Apparently, he has that privilege while incarcerated, asking when he would be released. Hey, you made it to the end of this video. So, what do you think about this young artist's descent from stardom to prison? Do you think he'd ever bounce back from his fall and probably shoot back to stardom once out of prison? Let us know in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Oh, and turn on post notifications. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.